What's good, y'all? It's your boy Taigenz, and welcome to another episode of Chopped. And today, we breaking down Balok. Let's get it. Balok is produced by the one and only Wasi, and I met him about a year and a half to 2 years ago now. And we just chopped it up, and I realized, this guy was pretty cool. And we shared a lot of common interests and everything, especially on the creative side. And I told him, bro, we gotta link up, we gotta work. Now, Wasi, he's a genius engineer, producer, whatever you want to call it. He's worked with a lot of dope acts in the city, and he's worked with a lot of dope international acts. So I was honored to just be able to chop it up with him. And he took an interest in what I was doing. When I hit him up to finally link up, he was like, let's do it. I'm free on this date. And I pulled up on him, and we got to cooking. I fell in love with Shatta music as of recent, especially in the last few years. I fell in love with the sound, the vibes, the energy, and all that. So I was like, I would love to do my own rendition of Shatta, if you will, or at least my own version of it, just to show respect to it. I just felt like I wanted to put my hand in that pot, and I felt like he was the right one for it. So I sent him some references, I sent him some ideas. When I got to his spot, he started cooking up on the drums, right? I think he already had dun, dun, dun. It's very dark, it's very intimidating. It reaches you here, right? It's a villain, you know what I'm saying? The energy was like a villainous energy. It was a sound that was like, it wasn't nice, and that's what I loved about it. It wasn't nice. I wasn't looking for nice. I was looking for a villain. I was looking for a monster. So he was already cooking that up. We were just going and vibing, and after about an hour and some change, he had his boy leave, and then came back with some beer. And he's like, you want some beer? And I'm like, nah, it's cool. And it just unlocked a memory where I was like, it's funny because when I was a kid, I used to call beer Balok. I would see my pops drinking some beer while he's working on his desk, whatever, and I'll just be like, you're drinking Balok? He's like, yeah, this is Balok. It's not good for you. Balok means bad luck in Pidgin English, and we speak Pidgin in Cameroon. Shout out to all my Pidgin English speakers. And once that idea created itself, if you will, it was like, all right, I think we're going somewhere with it.
Wanna go down like you come from Trini? Tell me why you know in a bikini. I say, wanna go down like you come from Trini? Now you teasing me like nininini.
Balok, 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 Balok,
So the song starts off with the chorus. A lot of people ask me when they heard it, they're like, who's that voice on the chorus? I'm like, it's me. They're like, what? People thought I had a feature on it. I'm like, nah, it's my voice. But that was, to Wasi's genius, that was his idea. Because the harmony he was taking, it was like right then and there. Once I heard him do it, I was like, I love that. I was gonna record with my deep ass voice. And he's like, no. I need you to go high. I'm like, what? He's like, I need you to go high. I need you to. He has this thing where when he works with you and he has melodies and things like that, he likes to test your voice. So he makes you go all as high as you can. Sometimes he makes you go as low as you can. So he made me go as high as I could. And I was like, and I was able to hit it. I was able to hit it in the zone. I was able to reach the area that he intended me to reach. Like, mad infectious. Like I said, it's a villain, right? It's a villain. I had fun with the lyrics, man. Why not go down like you come from Trini? Basically, I think he had those words, why not go down? He was just playing around. I was like, I kept that. The chorus was fun to write because once I knew what we were doing, that's when we switched it up to Balok. And that's where we get into my bag, like where where you just use the expression of it of like, anytime something happens, anytime there's and it's a moment, you know what I'm saying? Especially where I'm from, you just say like Balok, and in a moment, it's a very expression. It's a word that just expresses whatever you're feeling at that moment. It's like, Balok. So if you got girls dancing in the club and they going crazy, just look at it and be like, Balok. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I wanted to do. The chorus was a perfect marriage of his vision, especially when it came to the voice play, and my vision, especially when it came to the energy and the expression of it. So I think we hit it out the park. Once that was there, the verses wrote themselves.
Balok, baby girl, don't be shy, rapproche. D'abord, ça sort comme ça sort, tu connais le Maahlox.
So the first 4 lines, I really wanted to drive home the fact that we bilingual over here, you know what I'm saying? Whether you're in Montreal, whether you're in Cameroon, we bilingual. My first few lines is in French, just so I can say salute to where I'm from, whether it's on this side or whether it's in Cameroon. And also, I want to give a shout out to Maahlox. You know, ça sort comme ça sort. It's a song from Maahlox. Maahlox is a very popular rapper from Cameroon. So one of his biggest songs was called Ça sort comme ça sort. If you hear any Cameroonian, if you're on any Cameroonian, you're at a party or Cameroon party, and you're a DJ, just play Ça sort comme ça sort. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. So continuing on to the verse, the next section. Tu connais, non? Les gamineries, laisse à la maison. I'm just getting into my bag, my French bag. You know, I've written French verses in the past, here and there, but I've really tapped into the French language that I have access to. Obviously, I've been speaking French my whole life, right? So I was like, let me just add the Cameroon accent with it. You know, my version of the Cameroon accent. My Cameroon accent in French is not as thick because obviously I spent all my life here. But I hear the accent properly. I hear the accent very well. So it's just a shout out. Yo, this is just the first half of the verse is just really a shout out to my brothers and sisters in the 237. Whether you're on the Anglo or on the Franco side, we all together, you know what I'm saying? Now we're getting into the pre-chorus. I guess it's called the pre-chorus, you know. See me, see wahala. She go chop on my dollar. That's just a shout outs to P Square. She must chop my money. If you know chop my money, that's one of the bigger songs from P Square's category. So she must chop on my dollars, you know what I'm saying? She like damn, if see me, see wahala. Wahala means trouble in pidgin again. So Balok means bad luck. Wahala means trouble. So you got Wahala, you got Balok in the same scene. It's you in trouble, you know what I'm saying? So once again, imagine you're in a setting where you're in the club and Shorty is just putting it down, going crazy. Like, wow, see me, see Wahala. She gonna kill me, you know what I'm saying? She gonna finish me. So yeah, shout out to all the finishers.
Finish him.
Caché, caché. Elle veut le cacher. S'il y a pas caché, vaut mieux te cacher.
If you remember in the last video of Chopped where we broke down Knock My Door, I mentioned something about having, sometimes when you write stuff for certain ideas but you execute them elsewhere or later on. It's the same idea here. Verse 2, basically the first few lines was a chorus because it sounds catchy, it sounds chorusy. So it was a chorus for another song that I was potentially writing. It was caché, caché. Elle veut le cacher, you know. For those who don't know, cachet means in this context funds. She's not gonna dance if you don't get the funds. If you don't get the funds, you better run. That was initially an idea of a chorus of a song that was gonna be something like Balok, but we ended up having Balok. So I took that and decided, let me start off that verse with that as something that is just we're maintaining the bounce and we're maintaining the energy, right? And it's easy to remember. So it's a small moment I wanted to create. And now, see, like on the flip side of verse 1 where I was predominantly in French, now we're switching it to English for most of the verse. So now we're going into verse 2 and I want to get into a little flow, a little dance flow, something that keeps you moving, you know, up in my section. Let me show your body some affection. And it's just a matter, once again, you're in the club, you're in the party, and you're seeing Shorty eyeing you and you eyeing her, and you know, you want to be fly, right? You know what I'm saying? You want to be fly, you want to be a gentleman, you want to tell her, yo, pull up, it's a vibe over here, bring your best friend, we can all have a vibe together, you know. And now we're going back into the pre-chorus once again. See me, see wahala. You know, it's funny because I had a show a few weeks ago at Club Balatu in Montreal, and I performed the song live. And that section right there, we kept bringing it back because people kept vibing. So it's a moment. It's another moment that was created, and people look forward to that. You know, just before we get into the hook, we got that big "see me, see wahala." Like it's just like wahala, you know. And get back into the chorus, and then we just bring it home all together with the chorus. So yeah.
See wahala, she go chop on my dollar.
Wanna go down like you come from Trini. Tell me why you know in a bikini. I say wanna go down.
What I wanted to do with the song was I wanted to do something that was visually appealing. So, for example, with Knock My Door, we had a whole music video done, right? This one, I was like, okay, maybe not a music video, but I do want visual support. So I hit up my boy Issa. Issa, super talented, super nice with the lens, and he's just a multi-talented person, creative, artist, whatever, you know. I came up to him with a certain idea that I wanted, and he was able to see what I was doing, and then he just added his magic to it. So we got access to a garage. I want to give a shout out to Cult of MTL Garage. Holla at them if you got some nice whips and need some nice whips to be touched up. They got you. You know what I'm saying? This is not an ad. This is purely out of love. I wanted to depict the idea of going into a garage with my fly whip. In this case, I had a 911, where we just get it tuned up, but we getting tuned up by, female mechanics that, they beautiful, they pretty, and then out of nowhere they just start dancing. So they developed a choreography to the song. Shout outs to Jojo and Gladys, very, very talented dancers in the city. If you're looking for dancers, do not say I did not hook you up. They executed the vision to perfection. You could watch it. The link is somewhere in the video, somewhere up here, down here, whatever you want. So this is something that I forgot to make mention when I was shooting this episode. But in 2019, I released an album called Life Ain't Free. And in that album, there's a song called 911, which is one of my personal favorite songs. And obviously, I make mention of the Porsche 911. And this was in 2019. So the fact that years later, I'm shooting content of me in a Porsche 911 when I made a song about how one day I'm going to be balling, I'm going to be in my 911, I'm going to be killing it. It partially came to fruition because obviously I don't own a 911 yet. But the fact that some years later, I just ended up shooting something with that very car, it really spoke volumes to me. I mean, for anybody else, it could be small, but for me, it's like, this is just an example of when stars align and something you didn't expect to happen actually happens, like you willed it to happen. So yeah, I just wanted to make mention of that. And while you're here, go listen to 911 after you watch this video. All right, back to the episode. Yeah, we had fun that day. We had fun shooting it. We had fun having fun. So I'm gonna give a shout outs to Issa, give a shout outs to the team, my guys that did the lighting. And yeah, that was Balok, my second single off my project called Chop Life. I want you to go listen to it, go stream it, go buy it. People ask me how can I support, like, yo, support by buying it. The link is gonna be in the bio where you can buy the song. And keep jamming to Balok. Whenever you're in a situation where something happens out of nowhere and you're shocked, you'll be like, ha, Balok, and you think of me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, once again, thank you for watching this. Don't forget, like, subscribe, drop a comment, tell me what you think, and we will be back with the next episode of Chopped. See you very soon. This your boy Taigenz. We out. Peace.